Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Outer Wilds. And we discovered a little bit more about the Quantum Moon, and we found Solanum there, who we've seen in a number of writings. She was on a pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, and apparently she made it and died several times. At least various versions of her died. And there's still more for us to find there, I think. And I do want to head back, but I also want to go to the Ash Twin project. Hopefully this episode, but we'll find out sooner rather than later what we want to do there. Anyway, a Nomai named Solanum landed her shuttle at the Quantum Moon's South Pole and prepared to make the rest of the journey on foot. Visitors to the Quantum Moon always arrive at the South Pole for reasons unknown to the Nomai. I was able to land on the surface of the Quantum Moon, and I found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole. I met a living Nomai named Solanum at the South Pole. The Quantum Moon is the eye of the universe's moon. At this location, the Quantum Moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Excuse me. Solanum wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Solanum has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive. That's interesting. I don't know why it's not showing up there. And then, so now we want to go back there, I think, and figure out the rest of what Solanum has to say. And I hope that we can spend enough time there that the sand covering up the teleporter for the Ash Twin, or at least what I suspect should be a teleporter for the Ash Twin. We had troubles actually activating it before. But anyway, hopefully that teleporter will be uncovered and we can make another go. Because I imagine that it's inside the Ash Twin is where the Ash Twin project is. And that's what I think the teleporter does. Because we didn't find an exit warp pad anywhere. But then again, we didn't exactly scour the surface. Oh. No. Oops. Okay. There's Solanum again. Okay. So I think the easiest one would be Giant Steep. There we go. Because then we can get really close to the North Pole, just not to the North Pole. I bet if you try to walk through that, the moon will disappear. And that would be very bad. There's her ship. There's the shrine. Come on. There we go. Oh! Did it teleport again? Oh no, I'm just being a silly dum-dum. The shrine wasn't at the North Pole. That'll do. Oopsies. I think that'll also do. If I could just remember how anything works, that'd be good. Okay, so now we need the shrine to appear here. There we go. Cool. That's the second time in a row where once we're at the North Pole, it just instantly teleports to the sixth location. But I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I noticed that this so-called reflection of the eye, this vortex thingy, is out the South Pole. So maybe that's related to why people appear at the South Pole. Hello again. Where are we? Oh, and I'm pretty sure I remember that the order doesn't matter. So like this one, like having that one there and that one there, it's the same as if that one were there and that one were there, if that makes sense. So there's only so many combinations. Called to us for a particular purpose. Oh, right, this is where you believed it was malevolent. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I am on a bit of a time limit. Although we came here pretty early in the loop, and time freezes, so hopefully we should have a fair amount of time. Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye. It's the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but oh, right, yes. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend. Not at all, and the feeling is mutual. Thank you for sharing with me. Actually, what I should have done was this. Because I think this is the last combination. Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It's my first time here. If you've come here looking for answers, I hope you find them. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. So I think that's everything that she has to say. So I guess let's see what happens when we jump into this. Whoa! We're back on the South Pole. Still no trace of my ship at the moment. So maybe if I do this, maybe that'll help. Oh, my ship is 23 kilometers away. That's nice. Let's see if we can find how to do that. Like how to get back over there. Wasn't it orbiting the twins? Wasn't the quantum moon orbiting the twins when we got to it? Oh, this is bad. Okay, I am now out of fuel. But I think I got it. Okay. Well, that was a pretty close scrape, but we made it. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Whew! Well, let's head back to the Ash Twin then. My goodness. That sucked. Yeah, that's taking me into the sun. Let's not go into the sun. Let's please not go into the sun. We're going into the sun. Wow. Wow. All that for nothing. Alright. That's fine. We'll just head on over to the Ash Twin. Man, that autopilot is silly. It just occurred to me that I did look up some stuff about Echoes of the Eye a while ago, like after I had finished it, just to see like what the achievements were. And while I was researching, I also found that the the slideshow you get when you see the prisoner. Chert has set up their astronomy gear on the North Pole of Ember Twin. All the stars in the universe are dying, including our sun. Stars are simply dying from old age. Apparently they're much older than we realized. Huh, okay. That... dang it, sorry. Getting off topic. Getting distracted. But the slideshow that the prisoner shows you, it changes depending on what you found in the system. And so presumably we got like the simplest version you can possibly get, because I hadn't really explored much of the system at that point in time. So I think before we finish the game, we ought to head back to the prisoner and figure out what he's all about. And on the topic of achievements, there are a few that I think might cause some problems, but on the whole, I think they'll be fairly straightforward. It's stuff like make it to all 3 sections of the Forbidden Archive in one loop, things like that. So yeah, we'll make that its own episode at the end of this. But for now, I'm just going to hang out here at Ash Twin, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, should be any moment now. Because, like, I can't imagine this isn't a teleporter. It certainly looks like one, and they went out of their way to tell me about how they act as a single point, blah blah blah, so hopefully we get it this time. Haha, okay, so it just isn't visually apparent, but it is there. So yeah, this is where we've seen this multiple times now. 10 minutes 33 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Masks receiving data from probe tracking module, Giant's Deep memory statue, Timberhearth memory statue. 12 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Right, so this is the projection pool we've sat in before. And these are the statues. Today we finished the evacuation of the excavation, of Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin project, powerful enough to send information back in time. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. Oh, that's interesting. I noticed they talk about meeting plants and rocks and stuff. That's kind of interesting. Pi says, how far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I can still hardly believe Rami's hypothesis was true. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis: it was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis: the cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is that we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I am no longer needed in mediating your disagreements. Alright. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? It sounded like she was part of the problem as well. Or they. I don't know if it specified which was which. Well, whatever the case, yeah, Mallow is part of the problem. Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data. More data before we shut down the project. Sorry, I looked away for half a second and lost my place. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it is at last complete. If everything goes as planned, the structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power to the Ash Twin project requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. Right, okay, so the Sun Station triggers the supernova powers the Ash Twin project, the Ash Twin project sends the order back in time, so now we're at minus 22 minutes in the past. And then that 22 minutes elapses, then they give the order again to trigger the Sun Station. Sun Station fires again, and they keep doing this. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. That's a little... Maybe it's just me, but that seems a little confusing. But, so... It seems to me that, by the nature of time travel, they would see the cannon firing, and then 22 minutes later the Sun Station would fire. Because then, when the Sun Station fires, the supernova sends the order back in time 22 minutes to order the probe cannon to fire. So they should have known that the Sun Station wouldn't work because the probe cannon didn't fire. And they didn't seem to... I don't know, maybe they just hadn't thought through those implications. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. Nope, that's what I'm here for. We're halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system, and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. But it does occur to me that didn't it imply that the Nomai died like 280,000 years ago? Is that how long Solanum has been there? I guess the quantum moon maybe makes time behave weirdly. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project. They look beautiful, though I feel as though I'm being observed. Oh! We've seen these before. They'll only activate once the project succeeds. Yeah, I'm just going to read these for a minute. If I remember anything interesting, I'll get back to you. But otherwise, I'm going to skip. Yeah, there didn't seem to be anything there that I, forgot or anything like that, so... Whoops! Artificial gravity control. Uh-oh, did I want to do that? Guess we'll find out shortly. What's going on here? You're about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Okay. So presumably this is the advanced warp core they kept talking about. Yeah. I don't... think I want to do that because it really sounds to me like that thing is the reason why the loops happen. So I don't think I want to touch that until we really know what we're supposed to do with it. And we kind of don't at the moment. Because, I mean, they accomplished what they set out to accomplish. The probe did find the eye of the universe, and it got the coordinates. But we don't know what to do with them. So I guess the only thing to do now is to head on over to the Dark Bramble and see if there's anything there for us to explore. But I think we're nearing the end. We've been to pretty much every planet in the system, and the Stranger, and the Sun, and the Quantum Moon, and we've found a lot of stuff, and I think Dark Bramble is the only place we haven't been to yet because it sucks and I hate it. So, oh wait. Yeah. Because one of the escape pods got trapped in there. So, yeah, we'll look for that. Doesn't really look like there's much to see here. But this is what, what's his face? I think it was Chert was talking about how the Dark Bramble kind of grew out of the center of an icy planet. So you could still see some remains from that planet. Guess let's follow the distress beacon. Oh, Feldspar's here too, somewhere, isn't he? Well, we're already on our way to the distress beacon, so let's head there. And I do know how to deal with the anglerfish, so I'm just going to do that because I really don't want to deal with them if I can avoid it. Where is it? Where's the signal? There we go. Ooh. Ah, here we go. Those lights are probably important. But let's explore here first. See what's up. Escape Pod 3. Our escape pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the process. Oh wait, there's still more. Duh. We've held out as long as we could here, but this pod's supply of breathable air is nearly depleted. The anglerfish attack more and more frequently. Our best chance at survival is to return to the vessel to either repair the damage or, more probably, await rescue. Seka, is the message finished? The vessel's beacon is already growing fainter. It will be gone in a matter of hours. We need to leave here, quickly. Okay, so the vessel had a beacon, apparently. And they tried to go and repair the vessel. Escape Pod 3. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency escape sequence activated, awaiting departure. Launching. Multiple collisions have altered the pod's trajectory. Significant damage to pod detected. Navigation error. Life support error. Propulsion error. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Gravity not detected. Breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected. Potentially hostile. Verdict. Do not exit pod. Yeah. That didn't work out too well for them, I imagine. There is a new problem. Our equipment is detecting two distinct beacons from the vessel. But it isn't possible for the vessel to be in two different locations at the same time. I agree, but the beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time, We're nearly out of time already, Din. The vessel's beacon is fading quickly. Soon it will be gone, and all will be lost. Uh, yeah, we will be lost, excuse me. We will follow the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. We likely don't have enough air to reach the farther of the two beacons, Din. The decision is made for us. We'll leave a trail of lights as we go. There's still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Ah, that's what the lights were then. They were hoping that someone would... Oh, wait, hold on. Just make sure that that says what I think it is. Emergency, yeah. Emergency escape hatch. So they hoped that someone would find the pod and then follow the trail of lights to them. How is there no gravity here? There's got to be some gravity. Whatever. Suppose it's not a big deal. Okay. I guess these are... yeah, Nomai corpses. I guess they didn't make it to the vessel. To any who come here searching for us, we followed one of the two beacons from the vessel to this place, but we can go no farther. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within this thorny seed. Yet the opening is too small for even a single Nomai to fit through, so our escape pod couldn't have flown through here. I don't understand how this could be possible, but this gruesome place seems able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this was our doing. Our undoing. Yeah. To be so close to the location of the vessel and still so far is difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying. Soon we will be unable to hear it. There is nothing we can do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this has happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods will be able to reach relative safety. Oh dear. Well, we've seen a situation like this before. Presumably the vessel is just through here. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that I could kind of make out the shape from that mural that we saw. Ugh. Okay, so yeah, they did not get rescued. They didn't make it. But we have a means of finding the vessel, so maybe we ought to do that. And I really shouldn't have recalled my probe. That was a silly thing of me to do. Oh well. We can just follow the lights again. Oops. Or I can break my ship. That's cool too. This is definitely a place you want to get stuck in. Ugh. I really don't like the Dark Bramble. Oops. Forgot you have to, like... Oh, there's the supernova music. Come on. There we go. Oh boy. Well, I suppose it doesn't much matter now. My goodness. Okay. So on the next episode, let's go talk to Feldspar. And then we'll follow the trail to the vessel. Because, I don't know, maybe there's something good to learn at the vessel. Okay, running. Oh, nope. Ah, dang it. Oh well, I couldn't have made it anyway. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, we'll talk to Feldspar, and then we'll go to the vessel. And then, I don't know, I guess I'd have to know more about what's at the vessel and at Feldspar. Maybe they'll be able to tell me more about what to do after that. But I suppose that'll happen on the next episode. I don't know if we'll get them both done, but we'll certainly try. And so, until then, I'll see you later.